In the tour that was conducted by the opposition team led by Matiang'i, Gachagua, and Kalonzo, ladies and gentlemen, I was able to observe so many things and I've done videos about them. But there's one thing that caught my attention in Bungoma. The speech by Rigathi Gachagua.
Bungoma oye! Bungoma oye! Wacha nimsalimie ile uongo ya Kasongo. Musongarire! Musongarire! Mone baramu! Ni muongo si muongo? Watu wetu wa Bungoma. Hi cousins! Hi cousins! Hi kuzo! Makazini hai! Makuzo hai! Nimeona vijana wengine wa Kasongo jana wanataka kulia machozi. Haya. Bungoma mimi ni mtu ya kusikiza ground. Nimekuja hapa Bungoma kusikiza ground. Bungoma mnasemaje? Bungoma mnasemaje? Bungoma mnasemaje? Hii weta hapa na habari kweli? Ati anafuata Kasongo. Ati weta anasema nyinyi watu ya Kasongo. Ni uongo si uongo? Hapa ni one time. Harambee! Wewe Ruto! Wewe Kasongo! Wewe Zakayo! Wewe Kaongo! Wewe mwizi! Wewe muuaji! Wewe mtu ya kutenga! Harambee! Kasongo aende asiende? Wangapi wanasema Kasongo aende, Kasongo aende?
On this particular video, I want to critically analyze that speech in Bungoma. But before I take you through, if this is the first time you're watching my videos at Mukwa Times, please take a second or two to subscribe, like, and comment, because that is the best support you can always give this channel. My number is always here. I'm open for calls, texts, and support by M-Pesa. Anytime you have the ability to do any of them, please do it. At any time, don't fear. Let me dive into the topic today. Why am I analyzing this speech? First, it's the seriousness that I'm seeing in this gentleman, the hard work that he's putting, and most importantly, his strategy team. We should be a lesson to all these other presidential candidates. The first thing I'm able to note from there is the ground preparation by Rigathi Gachagua. When Rigathi Gachagua was given a chance to speak, there was a lot of cheering and ululation within that crowd. That is crucial. I'm very sure none of them matched the reception of Rigathi Gachagua when he was given a mic to speak. It was even very strategic. He could not just come out of the car as other politicians speak. He will first sit down in the car, be quiet. Then when Malala welcomes him, that's when he comes out of the car and people are like, yeah, that's cheering. That was strategic. And this is an English literature teacher, or maybe he did English literature. He knows how to deal with the crowd. So that was strategic. Number two, when he started speaking, he prepared the ground first that is the one speaking. He introduced them to a certain captivating sentiment. Wacha niwasalimie ile salamu ya Kasongo. Msangalile. Such kind of a stuff. That is to get the attention of the people. Very important. Another thing that Rigathi Gachagua did, ladies and gentlemen, is to first have in mind Ruto's weakness. And then go and identify it with the people. By doing what? Asking them, Mwezi, one time, and such stuff. Ladies and gentlemen, people might take that simple thing to be just a weakness, maybe just a normal thing, but it is strategic. That is how you charge the crowd. Ladies and gentlemen, another thing I want to say, it is that he understood the mission that took them to Western region. When I listened to Rigathi Gachagua, first, he knew that he needs, as a team, they need the Western votes. And to get the Western votes, he has to give them directions on how to do it. First, consolidate your efforts behind who? George Natembeya and Eugene Wamalwa. Very important.
Mimi nauliza watu ya Ingo, nataka mfunge hapa Bungoma. Mtupatie kifunguo tuende naye. Mtafunga. mtafunga hiyo kifunguo ya ingo ipatiwa Natembea na Eugene Wamalwa na Kilio Malala, mfungie Kasongo hapa.
Very important. So when he does that, he automatically tells the people that we believe in you, that you can be united. And therefore, he gives the Western people their feeling that they have that chance. That takes me to the second point. It did not just recognize George Natembea. He also recognized Eugene Wamalwa from the Western region. And as a result, he even actually did what we call balancing of the support. So it doesn't look to be early to maybe Natembea or even Eugene Wamalwa more. And that is essential. Ladies and gentlemen, another thing that I have to state it here categorically, that Rigathi Gachagua is psychologically smart. In that, he created what we call a conversation within the Mount Kenya, within the Western Kenya region. He reminded the people of their history with Kibaki and less generally the Western people and the Mount Kenya people. How Kibaki gave them the vice president seat. How he did not only give them once, but twice. He even remembered these people and told them that when the mountain and the Western people come together, they form government. That is a friendly conversation that he created, which reminds the people of Western Kenya their relationship between them and, of course, the Western people. The Western mountain relationship. Ladies and gentlemen,
wacha nimwambie leo mchana uongozi ya Mulembe Nation utatoka kwa Mlima Kenya. Na tukiangalia vizuri siku Mwai Kibaki walishikana na kijana wa Wamalwa, uongozi ulipatikana huku patikana. Siku kijana wa Wamalwa alikufa, Mwai Kibaki alichukua mude awali, si ndio?
That is important. It is important in the sense that it revives the good feelings between the mountain and the Western. Ladies and gentlemen, another thing that he did which was very, very crucial, it is also building himself. First, William Ruto had called him tribal. Even now they keep on talking about the tribal man. Rigathi Gachagua asked them, they have been saying that I don't live the Mount Kenya region. Hapa ni Nyeri, hapa ni Murang'a.
Na wacha nimwambie, kwa bahati nzuri wakisema ni Rigiji, hii mtu nitamkimbiza kama baiskeli ya kuibua. Harambee! Harambee! Kiboko ya Kasongo ni nani? Kiboko ya Kasongo ni nani? Kiboko ya Kasongo ni nani? Wewe Kasongo, nilikufanya rais wa Kenya, nikaunganisha Mlima Kenya, watu milioni 4 wakakuchagua, ukatuonesha madharau, ukatusaliti, ukaita sisi wa kabila. Nitaunganisha watu ya mlima, tushikana na watu ya Mulembe Nation, na watu ya Gusii, na Ukambani, ambaye huyu kadharau anasema mimi kabila, hata sitokaji wa Monyoro. Sasa niko hapa ni Kiambu.
That is a politically significant statement. And it kills all these other leaders who keep on saying that he has been moving around the mountain alone. Now he was in Western. What are they going to say? He has silenced the people of William Ruto. Ladies and gentlemen, one thing I want to say here, in simple terms, the general recognition of the enemy at the table. Rigathi Gachagua reminded them of William Ruto and how he has been lying and how he has been promising but is not delivering and stuff. He has also reminded them of Raila Amolo Odinga, who has been in control of the Western region for quite some time, but when there are times to share the cake, he alienates the Western people, according to Rigathi Gachagua, of course. So when you watch this from a distance, that is clearly that Rigathi Gachagua knows who is the enemy. And he knows that he cannot leave that platform without quoting the enemy at that point. And that is very important when it comes to what? Delivering of speech. Because the mission generally in the entire opposition team is to finish the enemy. And how is it going to be okay if you don't finish him when you have a chance? Now, ladies and gentlemen, another point I have also to bring on board here is about the coalition. Rigathi Gachagua did not only praise the opposition people by individually, but he also showed that they are working as a team. That is crucial. It gives hope to the common people who are listening to them. Secondly, we have to state it categorically that he remembered it comes from the mountain region. Within them, they have coalitions, including him working with Justin Muturi. So it reminded the people that it's not only from the mountain people alone. There are two from the mountain people that did not come alone. And that is generosity. So he did not praise himself alone. He said the key of the mountain, Justin Muturi Ndiakonayo. Very important. That is a generous thinking, which gives the other candidate hope, or maybe the other partner hope that we are going to work together in this. So therefore, Rigathi Gachagua was so strategic and his speech was so balanced when it comes to the opposition team. I don't know what you have to say about Rigathi Gachagua's statements. On my comment section, please feel free to share with me on his electric speech that he made in Bungoma. See you next time for more videos. My name is Abdul Mukwa.